my name is Emily Wagley, and today I will be sharing a speech from Speech 1318. And today I'll be talking about how to be a better communicator. We communicate with the outside world every day, whether it's in your tone, patterns, emotions, or in your body language. It's important to develop advanced communication skills and have positive interactions with everyone you meet, because if not, you could lose friendships, not get called back for a job, lack proper professional socialization, etc. I've made myself a stronger communicator through interactions with the deaf community, doing almost 100 hours of professional clinicals and working as a waitress. Today, I will be teaching you all how to become better at communication during interaction with unfamiliar cultures, during professional settings, and while maintaining relationships. I still need that. When it comes to unfamiliar cultures, people can get scared that they'll say the wrong thing or use the wrong gesture, and ultimately shy away from new experiences and learning opportunities. For the sake of this speech, I will be using the deaf community as my example of an unfamiliar culture. And yes, the deaf community does have its own strong culture. Although many deaf people cannot talk, they aren't non-communicable. You can use different languages, i.e. ASL and English, and still communicate through an interpreter, translator, paper, pictures, or gestures. Even a small attempt to make direct contact with them will benefit both parties. You feel a sense of accomplishment and have a newfound communication skill, and the deaf person feels seen by someone who could have easily ignored them. People with disabilities should be treated the same as those without. A disability or culture shouldn't be definitive of your choice to have or not have a conversation with them. Deaf people rely on facial movements and body language to read tone and emotion, and being expressive during communication is key to a good interaction with them. When working in a diverse industry, it's always beneficial to teach yourself the do's and don'ts of specific cultures. For example, it's seen as rude to chew gum around a deaf person in their culture because it puts a larger communication barrier between the conversationalists by distracting the deaf person when it comes to lip reading. Communication with someone of a different culture or someone with a disability can strengthen your adaptability in conversation and even make you feel more comfortable in unfamiliar future situations. And here's a little quote. A little effort on your part can make a big difference to somebody else, and you'll benefit from the experience too. Okay. Next up on how to be a better communicator, we have how to interact in a professional setting. For this example, I will be using a workplace environment. It's important to establish relationships in the workplace to build trust with your coworkers. This is essential to create a team that runs smoothly. It's important to engage with the other person to show that you are processing what is being said, either by nonverbal gestures or nods. It's also vital to draw boundaries with coworkers and make requests or demands against certain behaviors that might cause uncomfortability or distraction in the workplace. One might judge a coworker after a poor first impression, but to maintain good team communication, judgment put onto another coworker must be at a minimum, and there must be availability for further conversations. To close off communication with an associate because of an early judgment will dampen all of the team relationships and can result in an inaccurate depiction being made of the judged coworker. Of course, professional conversations are necessary in professional settings. Even if the workplace is laid back, there are conversational topics that are frowned upon in that setting. For example, drug talk in the workplace. Finally, honesty is one of the most important types of communication in a professional setting. Trust can only be built on the foundation of an honest relationship within the workplace. Staying honest with coworkers will be less stressful than keeping up a lie, so just stay honest. Lastly, I will be talking about establishing stronger communication in relationships. All of the aforementioned skills, honesty, open-mindedness, engagement, adaptability, etc., can strengthen personal relationships, but I'm going to talk about those skills in a deeper way and with more emotion involved. Kathleen Verteber states, people, it seems, are designed to be in relationships. We crave intimacy and closeness because it's in our nature. When it comes to intimate relationships, a certain level of mutual self-disclosure is necessary to build a foundation for that relationship to grow. Sharing thoughts and interests with each other can work as a gateway to a stronger relationship. On top of that, there's a need for support, whether it's empathetic, sympathetic, social support, such as financial, validation, confidentiality, appraisal, etc. Listening and appropriately responding in times of distress is probably the most important part of obtaining trust in a relationship. This is more of an empathetic support. It's also important to be excited for the people you're in a relationship with. Showing your approval and feelings on something they're interested in can show that they have another big reason to trust you. These factors all work together to build trust and interdependence in an intimate relationship. Overall, advanced communication skills are necessary to succeed in a world that's so reliant on relationships. Communication seems complicated with all of the different ways that it works, but it's meant to build a connection between you and the world around you. even if good communication practices aren't followed strictly. Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen to me. This was Emily Wagley. Have a wonderful day.